Hey everyone, in this video we're going to go over shared coordinates, how to acquire shared coordinates, and yeah, from an existing site file. So here's our design model, for example, and I'm in for example, the Project North view. I think that's an easy view to work on. And what we're going to do now is we're going to link our site model that already has our site CAD that we worked on in a previous video. We're going to link that in and we're going to acquire coordinates so that our design model is talking to the site file when it comes to its location. And then after we'll open up the site file, we'll load in this model and it should just fall right in place. No need to edit or rotate or move anything. So first thing we want to do is we want to go to our Manage tab on top. We're going to go to Manage Links. And in the Revit, we're going to go Add, and we're going to find our site file. So our site file lives right here. There's no shared coordinates currently. We're about to establish them. So we want to do internal origin to origin. It's fine. I'm going to click Open. It might take a moment to load depending on the size of the file. Here it is loaded. I'm going to click OK. And we may need to go to VV, Visibility and Graphics. And you want to go to Revit Links. Here's our site that's loaded in. I like to halftone it. Then you're going to need to go to your host view and then go to custom and then import categories. You want to do it by custom. Make sure this is checked. And then you want to check off our CAD file that's our site to make sure that's visible. Click OK, click OK, and there's our site. But as you can see, our site came in as True North and our view currently is Project North. And we want to only move the site to the correct orientation for Project North, and then we'll acquire coordinates. So to summarize, we are not going to be moving any of our native model Revit geometry here. We're not going to select all, group it, or whatever, and rotate it to the site. That'll cause errors, crashes, and lots of other problems, and never ever do that. So what we want to do is we want to select the CAD file we have here. You can see over here on shared site, it's not shared right now. We haven't acquired coordinates yet. So what you want to do is you want to go to the Move tab here in your when you have it selected, and find a corner that is not going to probably move throughout the project. Usually property lines do really well. So for this example, I'm going to use this top left corner right here for the site. Again, I have the site selected. I click the Move, and I'm going to go ahead and drag it over to where my model has that corner. Again, with it still selected, I'm going to go to the Rotate tool. I'm going to place the center of rotation right here. I'm going to make sure I'm snapping, and I'm going to rotate the site to where it needs to be. Now, as you can see, my site and my model are aligned together, and what we need to do next then is we need to acquire coordinates. So in the Manage ribbon here, under Coordinates, you want to click on that and click Acquire Coordinates. Now it's asking you to click the link that you want to acquire coordinates from. This is the link here. You can see Site. Okay, so pause for me for a moment. Okay, so now what we want to do is we want to acquire coordinates. So what we want to do is we want to go to the Manage tab here on top of the ribbon, click on Coordinates and Acquire Coordinates. Next is going to ask us to select the link in which we want to acquire coordinates. So hover over the link that you want, verify it's the correct one here, and then click, and now coordinates have acquired from the site file. Perfect. So now that they're talking to each other, we can go into our site file, we can link in our design model, and it'll fall right in place automatically. To verify again, before we leave here, everything's correct, we can click on our site file, and we can see now shared site is the default site. So it is being shared now. So that worked perfectly. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go ahead and click Save. I'm going to close this. And I'm going to go to Open. I'm going to open our site model. And here's our site model. Here's our CAD that we got in. So what we want to do now is we're going to go to the Manage tab on top ribbon. We're going to go to Manage Links, and we're going to link in the model we just closed, our design model. So again, make sure we're in Revit because we're loading in a Revit model. We're going to go to Add, and we're going to find our Revit model. Now this time, we're not going to do origin to origin because we've already acquired coordinates in the site model. So it's very important to go down here and click by shared coordinates. If we did everything correctly, the model should land perfectly aligned with the CAD file here, with the site model, and there shouldn't be any moving or rotating around. I'm going to go ahead and click OK. This might take a moment to load it in. Click OK, and there you go. Our site model, which lives right there, correct? Yep, there's our model. It's right on top of our site file. So again, you can see the site's being shared with the site, or the coordinates are being shared with the site, and everything looks good. We're in the true north view, so I went to project view. I don't think this one's set up, but yeah, the true north, it's all set up. It all looks good, and it is they're aligned together, so that's perfect. So we did everything correct. And one last thing to show you, we can go ahead and hit save here, and then we'll do this live. Actually, I'll go ahead and close now. I'm going to go back to my design model. I forgot to show you guys this part with the Project North and True North. So right now our Project North is right here, as you guys can see, and then in the browser properties, you want to see that is on Project North. I'm going to go ahead and duplicate this view. You guys can see this live. I'm going to rename this as True North. True North. And then after, don't forget, go to your properties. There's a little arrow here. You want to go to True North. And watch how you see how the view just switched. Now the view is oriented to True North, which is, aligned with this side of the property right here. If I go to Project North, this is Project North, where most of the walls in the project are orthogonal, horizontal, or vertical. And then True North is a True North with the site. And now, again, this only works if you have shared coordinates and they're talking to each other. And that kind of just ties in, both ends here that see that this works properly. So again, if you have any questions, please let me know. I hope this video was super helpful. Thank you, and we'll see you in the next one.